sub once again, back with another tutorial. Like the title says, it's how to scratch in Sony Vegas. So even before we jump to the practicals, one thing that I would like you to know that is that this tutorial, and not only the tutorial, like the whole process about mixing in Sony Acid and syncing the video in Sony Vegas, is not for the faint-hearted individuals. It usually consume a lot of time, plus it needs patience. That's why at times you find, if you hear like a guru DJ out there who usually uses Sony Acid and Sony Vegas, they usually take like 1 month to make a video mix. So all I can say, it requires patience, determination I mean, and everything will fall in place. So let us jump straight to the practical side. So I made an audio in Sony Acid Pro 7. Here it is. I did some like the basic scratches in Sony Acid. I never wanted to do anything complex that will I might end up misleading someone who is still a beginner. So I just did something simple. Later on I'll do something complex, and then I will show you how to add scratches in the complex audio. So I'll just play it, we listen to it, and then we jump to Sony Vegas to make the scratches and everything. So here it is. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. I want you to be my love.
Give him that fire. Give him the flame.
I want you to be my love. 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 Up to there, very basic and very simple. So another thing that I want to talk about, these markers, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can put as many as you want for memory purposes. Let's say we wanted to do something over here, you just double click it and rename it, and maybe say get the job done over here. Maybe if you know what you have to do, so you just get the job done. That's that's an example. So another thing, I have used these markers because since Sony Acid and Sony Vegas comes from one company, Sony, when you extract this audio, it usually comes with these markers too in Sony Vegas. So let us jump in Sony Vegas. I show you what I mean, and we add the scratches. So here we are in Sony Vegas. So here is the audio from Sony Acid. I did render it. So I'll just drag it over here. As you can see the markers, 5 of them. So the next thing that you do, since you've already dragged your audio track from Sony Acid on the timeline, what you do, you take your video, the video that has that song, and it's JKD and VDJ Jones, I believe, My Lover. So I did download it. So I usually download it from YouTube using y2net.com. I just download it at 1080p. So over here I've already dragged the video and dragged the audio. If you saw the previous tutorials, I usually don't like it when the video track is large. So what I usually do, I usually come over here and minimize its height, so that I can focus on the audio, so that I can do like the beat matching, and then we can do the scratching. So I'll just zoom in, click on the timeline, zoom in, using direction app, or if you're using as I can say a desktop and a CPU, you just use the mouse the mouse wheel to scroll. When you scroll, it will either zoom in or zoom out. I usually hear people say that using the mouse wheel makes the work a little bit faster, but I usually prefer, I'm using a laptop, so I'm fast on a laptop compared to using that external mouse. So here is our content. So what the first thing that you do, you mute the video, then you mute the lower audio here. Over here you mute it, and then you play the above audio and listen to it, so that you can know the exact point where the song begins, or where you began the song when mixing in Sony Acid. So I'll just play it. So I've already known where it starts, is na 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 na. So I'll just mute the upper audio and start looking for that part in this the audio which has its video.
Mata
wewe unasumbua wasichana
mata,
Nairobi.
lakini ndio ule crush wako.
And it's here. So we'll just come to the point where the same sound, or where the actual song begins, and zoom in. Bring your this blinking cursor to the kick. I can say where the exact point where the song begins, and slice it. Use S on your keyboard and delete the rest on the left. You don't want it because it's all talking. So you just zoom out, and then you drag your video to the left, then you zoom out, you unmute. When you unmute, you come back to the first point. Since over here it's where we made our scratch, so we won't focus on the scratch yet. So we just drag this to where the song begins. Here it is. And then you zoom in, make sure the upper and the lower audio are 100% aligned to avoid smashing. Then you press M on your keyboard to mark it over here, and then press enter to remove the marking. So since I believe you've already watched the previous tutorial about bit matching, so we'll have to bit match the upper the upper song, the upper audio to the lower audio, since as you can see the upper audio is squeezed. If you zoom, like this kick and this kick don't match up, so even if when you play it, you'll just hear it smashing. Let me play it. Yeah, you can hear. So what you usually do, you come and find like a suitable spot, like over here. You just come and slice and delete, and then you zoom in completely, then move your cursor to to where you believe you can bit match it and be sure of it. Then you come at the end of the song, then you place your mouse and you'll see trim event, then click and hold control on your keyboard, then click, left click, then drag it to the left, keep on dragging, then zoom in and see if it's on point. Since it's for a tutorial, you don't have to be for me, I don't have to be perfect, but when you're making a mix, you have to be perfect. Then you zoom out, then you can continue stretching it, and then you play and see if it will smash or it will be okay. Up to there, it's a clear indicator that it's smooth. So you just come over here. So when you want to make the scratches, since this is the part that in Sony Acid, this is the part that we sliced and placed it on the 16 boxes. So what you do, you come to the audio, so you just mute it. You don't want to hear the audio, you want to hear our own audio that we made in Sony Acid. So you mute it, then you come over here, then on the audio, make sure you've highlighted the audio. So when you slice it, it will slice both audio and video, because they are one thing. You slice it, then you copy this part Control C on your keyboard and Control Z to undo the slice. Then you come and place this scratch over here at the beginning, place it over there. Then you make sure you drag it till here. Let me zoom in. You make sure you drag it till over here where the second scratch, which is a reverse, is. You drag it so because we don't want to see any black frames in our scratches. Then you do the same. Now you can copy paste it, right click, copy and paste it over here, paste it, but it's kinda, it will take much of our time, so just press V on our keyboard, or you can just hold control, press and hold control, then click and drag. I will do it on this side. So over here you just right click and reverse it. And then you come over here, mark this and mark this, then you press control on your keyboard and hold it, then you click to drag so that it can copy by dragging to make the work a little bit faster. So since the first scratch and the second scratch are the same, so you just have you'll do like that, but when they are different you will have to go the long way. So when you play it, here it is. When you play it, this is how it will sound. As you can see in the video, just look at the video. Yeah, awesome. So that's how you usually add a scratch on your video. You just place the video at the bottom of your audio track, just like that. So we'll continue. If I'm going too fast, there is usually a second chance. You just leave a comment, or you inbox me on my number that I will leave on the description, and I will take you step by step. Or if you have any questions, just leave a comment or inbox me. I'll help you out. So let us continue. So we added a scratch over here. So what you do, just mark with your mouse over here and then drag it so that it can snap, so that you don't go beyond. So what you do, since it's the same scratch that we did back here, you just come and copy it. Here it is. Control C on your keyboard and paste it, Control V. Since it's large, you come at the end of this scratch, middle scratch, which is a reverse, slice it and delete it. And then what you do, you just drag this one. I'm pressing Control and dragging. Then I do the same over here. And then reverse this, the one in the middle. Since I know my project in Sony Acid, like every middle scratch is a reverse. So I do the same over here. Control and drag it. And drag it till here, mark it over here, then drag it so that it can snap. Since I don't want my scratches to have black frames, I just copy and paste this over here, then press reverse. So another thing that you can do, you can just drag this one. There's no problem. You can drag it to cover up the dark frame that would have appeared over there. And then you drag this clip and place it over there, and then you play it. So over here there is a cut. I did some cut. So over here, like you can see, it's not bit matching, so I'll just drag it. Since I've already bit matched it, stretched it, I'll just drag it and make it to be on point. So, and then over here I can slice and delete and drag it so that it can't be on top of the part that's entering. Then if you want to make the cut effect, you just come slice over here, you just slice where there is like no audio or no wave. You slice out to be perfect, but when you are doing your own, make sure you're perfect. You slice, then you come, you mark, press Control on your keyboard, CTRL, I believe, yeah, CTRL on your keyboard, mark and then delete. Then when you play, this is how it will look like. It gives the video the actual feeling of what's happening to the audio. Yeah. So over here you can see a marker. It means the next thing that I did was to add a flange effect or flanger, flanger, anything. How you are, as long as you understand what I'm saying. So since here it's where the effect is, then did scratch again. So I'll just come and slice over this part over here, then play it to listen to where my scratches begin. And my scratches begin over here. So what I'll do, I'll come to my video effect tab and click on it, then scroll down. My effects are many because I used a plugin called New Blue Effects, because the default or the stock effects kinda sucks. So when you scroll down, you come to TV Simulator, or when you are at the top, you just click on the first and then press T on your keyboard to jump to the T, then it's TV Simulator. Then when you're on your TV Simulator, you come to your TV look, click on it and drag it to the video. When you drag it to the audio, you'll see this red and white circle which has a stroke inside it, which shows that you can't add a video effects on an audio. So you drag it and add it to the video. So as you see, the video will change. Wait a minute, it's loading. Yeah, it will give you like a sci-fi grid. So what you do, you just come over here. Oh no, so this is, you do it for your liking. So what I usually do, I usually reduce the interlacing just like that, make it to be the same like aperture grill. So that when you hear the flange, the video will give you some sign that an effect has been added. So when you play, you'll see the TV look. So for the scratch, and then again you come to the scratch. Yeah, so you just copy any, don't copy the reverse one, copy like this one. You copy it, Control C, zoom out, come over here, paste it. You can go forward some few frames and drag it to snap. Then you can hold control and drag, hold control and drag, and then you can just pull all of it to where the song begins, and so take it back some frames just like that. Then drag it over there, then you can now drag it. Then now you keep on stretching. Make sure your ears and eyes are very keen, so that you may not end up forgetting what you did in Sony Acid. Because there's a time you do many scratches, and when it comes to Sony Acid, you get tired and end up forgetting that you did some scratches on some parts. So when someone is watching and listening to your mixtape, they are just hearing scratches, but there is no effect on the video. So you must be keen 100%. Like I said before, I'm pretty sure up to now you're already pissed and really tired and bored because of the tutorial, because it's not for the faint-hearted individuals. If you're into this, you just have to give it your all. So let us carry on. Let us play it from here. So over here I did some cut. You just do the same thing. Slice, on and on, zoom out. Mark, highlight them, and then delete. then just drag it. Since you already bit matched it, you don't have to worry as long as you have aligned it well. Yeah, if you find yourself you haven't aligned it, you just zoom in. Like over here, I've seen I haven't aligned it. Just drag it and place it in place. There is another trick that people usually use, the one that snaps, but I tried it once and it failed, so I never bothered with it again, even if it's easier than this one. So you use what works with you, even if it's time wasting or even if it's tough. You just use what you find it easy on your side. So you just keep on playing.
I want you to be my love.
Give him that fire. Give him the flame.
So over here is where I did add the flange.
Give him that fire. Give him the flame.
So you just slice it to where your scratches begin, to where you made your scratches.
Give him that fire. Give him the flame.
Till here, then slice it, and then delete the rest. So a minute. We're back. Yeah. So like I said, if you slice it to where your scratches begin. So if you can, you just listen to your scratches so that you can know what part of the song you did scratch. So here, I believe it's here.
I want you to be my love.
Yeah, so you just come zoom in, then slice again, copy, Control Z to undo the slice, and zoom out. So come, paste it. Paste it, then in Sony acid I always make the middle scratches to be reversed. So they drag this over here, then drag this to be long, slice, yeah, not slice, just drag. Take this one and place it, then take this one, place it, move some frames, then drag it just like that. Come over here, hope it's visible but not since I'm doing it from a zoomed out angle. Yeah, just like that. Make this one reverse. Then you can drag this one and then drag it too again. Move a few frames and then drag it. Yeah, and then you come and take this. Yeah, I believe.
Give him that.
No, sorry. So you come on. Yeah, over here. You come again and slice it. I'm taking the long cut so that you can understand it much better, but once you already know the secret, you just flow your way. Your way is the best way. So over here, you just balance it, drag this one, and then over here, since there's a empty space, you can drag it. So we listen to it from around here. It may lag, but if you play it a couple of times, it will start to run smooth. My computer ain't that powerful. It's a Core i3 with 8 GB RAM, and Core i3 is something old compared to the in this 2020.
I want you to be my love.
Give him that fire. Give him the flame.
I want you to be.
So another thing that we did forget forget, over here there's a flange.
Give them that fire.
So you just come to your TV look once again and place it. This time I won't do change the interlacing, I just leave it the way it is.
I want you to be my love.
Give them that fire. Give them the flame.
I want to be my love.
Yeah, just like that. Then we come over here.
Want to be my
I did some various techniques. Slice over there and slice over here and delete it. So since like the title says how to scratch in Sony Vegas, so it's all about scratching, nothing else, and maybe one or two things like adding the effect, only that, and then reverse this one.
love.
So over here too, slice it, copy, and do one slice over here and delete, and paste it over here, drag it, paste it, yeah, and reverse it. So if you listen from the scratches, this is, my computer is kind of lagging, but bear with me. So I played.
Flame.
Want to be my love.
Yeah, so over here I did loop this part, this kick over the following kick. Here it is. I did loop it. So what you just do, you just come. Yeah, here it is, where it ends. Slice and delete. Over here, slice it again. So what you do, you just drag and paste it over here. So the next thing that you do is something new. You come to this video, right click on it, then you come to video event pan / crop and click on it. So make sure your settings are like my settings. Look at them clearly. The first is checked. It's checked with a light blue color. The second, normal edit tool, checked, not checked, not checked, checked, not checked. So what you do, you just come over here and see this diagonal two-sided arrow. Click on it and zoom out to create that impression in the video that since it's being looped and the loop is going as it's reducing the audibility. So you use the video to showcase that audibility being reduced. So when I play it, this is how it will see. It will appear. Yeah, just like that. Then you come again. The same thing. I want you to be my last. Yeah, you just copy it and paste it over here. Yeah, it's too it's a tough thing. So like I said before, if you're a faint-hearted person, this is not for you. Actually, I usually hate it. Yeah, to be honest with myself, I usually hate it. So just paste it over there, drag it. But I have come to learn that most of the guys who usually hate this Sony Acid and Sony Vegas thing, when they come to realize its simplicity, they become the best of the best. So I usually believe in myself that I'm one of the best guys out there too. I know a couple of great guys out there, but I believe I'm one of them too. So just play it and see.
Want to be my love. I want you to be.
Yeah, so my computer is lagging, but we'll run preview it when we are through. We are already 30 seconds.
To be my love.
Yeah, just come over here.
To be my love.
So as you can see, you just come and slice over here. I believe this is this scratch over here. Yeah, slice it and delete this. We don't need it. So what you do, just copy. I usually drag because it's faster and easier. make sure it's on point, remove the fading edge, slice it, and undo the slice and paste it. You can zoom it, increase it a little, then come and slice it, because over here there's a flange effect. I did add a wawa over here, so you just, as you can see, even the thickness of the wave is kind of small, it's thin, and the bottom one is thick, so that means there is an effect I did over here. Like I said, you usually stretch, not stretch, drag to where your scratches begin. Come over here, slice and delete.
I want you to be my love.
So we look for this part in the song.
I want you to be my love.
Yeah, so we can. Oh, look over here. Yeah, it is. Here's the part. So you just slice it and copy it, and then do the slice. And now start to paste. Just drag it. Make sure you're covering these big spaces. This one is a reverse, and this one is a reverse. Then take this one, paste it, slice it, paste. This one is a reverse. You reverse it. In Sony Acid you use the U button, but over here the U button is for ungrouping the audio from the video. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm gonna come over here and drag it, since as you can see it won't beat much, it will smash. So you just come over here, slice and delete, then you bring this one, you make sure it's on point, look over there, yeah, just like that. So and then you stretch it, so when you listen. So another thing over here, you can hear the wawa. So another thing, when you use like the TV simulation all the way, your video mix will be boring, so you like add some flavor. So what you do, you just come and click on any effect, and then press B on your keyboard and take the black and white and drag it to your video, so that this section of the video can be black and white, to indicate that there is an effect has been added.
Want you to be my love.
Yeah, now come. You just slice it, paste it. Also another thing, like over right now you see this line, it means when I'm copying it, when you press on the audio part, let's start with the audio, you hold control, then you click on the audio part. When you drag it, you make sure you go straight to still on the audio section, but when you come to the top, you won't be able to paste, because you are trying to, it's like you're trying to paste the audio to a video track. It's impossible, so you just leave it over there. The same thing when you try to drag the video section to audio, it won't work. So you make sure you drag it to where it belongs, over here. So as you can, if you see, this is a reverse scratch. So what you do, just reverse it too, and then you take this one and place it over here, make it long, and then you can just paste this, since these are scratches fading out. Yeah, just like that. So what you do, you come over here. This is where it usually eats a lot of time. So since it's going like it's fading, so what you do, you just copy this over here. This is my trick. Maybe you'll find some other guy using like the bad TV simulation, this effect, but I'm a professional, so I usually like my things to be clean. I'm not trying to eat on shortcuts. So I'll just copy this and paste it over here. So what I'll do on this track, I will right click on it and go to video event pan / crop and click on it. So this tab will open. So what I'll do, I'll just come to the edge of the vertice. These are edges and the vertice, and see this double arrow, double-sided arrow, and click and drag it out. Yeah, just like that. Close. Then come again and drag it, and do the same thing. Video event pan crop. Now, since you are over here, we already dragged it, and you can't see where you drag it, because when you place your mouse cursor over on the vertex, you won't see the double-sided arrow. So what you do, you come to your zoom edit tool, you click on it, and then you right click on your keyboard to zoom out. When you left click, it will zoom in. So now you right click on it so that you can see here it is. Then you come back to your normal LED tool and drag it, just like that. You do that on and on. We are through. So when you play it, this is how you'll go. Yeah, just like that, and we are through. So another thing that I wanted to talk about before we wrap it up and show you like two things. In the previous tutorial, I told you about something that reduces the opacity of the video, so I'll just maximize it to be normal. So here it is level 100%. So when you over here, when I place my mouse cursor over there, and if I reduce it, the video becomes dims, and until there's nothing, total opaque. It's used. So I usually don't use it. I believe it's for the video editors. I'm a DJ, not interested in video editing. So since we're already through with making the audio section, we are through with the video, scratching and bit matching at the same time. So what I usually do, you can click like over here, then press Ctrl A on your keyboard, and then click on the upper audio to uncheck it. So the next thing that you'll do, you press U on your keyboard to ungroup the audio from the video. Or another thing, before you do that, you can click over here too, so we don't tamper with the audio track from Sony Acid. Make sure it's not highlighted, so everything on the for the original video and its original audio is highlighted. Then you press U on your keyboard. U means to ungroup, to make it's whereby the video it's on its own and the audio is on its own. So I press U on my keyboard. I've already pressed it. So as you can see, let me click over here. I can mark this section and the last section. So let me like mark this one because it's bigger. The smaller one are kind of tough to mark them. And this one, if I delete it or move it, let me move it. You see, it's moving, but the video remains where it is. So since it's moving, I can delete it. There's no use of it. Just delete it. Come over here, or undelete. I can delete it. So, but to save time, you just come over here, right click and delete this audio track. everything goes, but the video remains. So let me run preview this. Let me run preview it, and then once it's ready without any lags, we resume. So I've already run previewed it. So what I can do, I can stretch this video box to be a little bit bigger so that you can see it. I won't change it to full because it will eat up the whole RAM of my computer, and it will start lagging. So I'll just even play it even if the quality is not that good. So it is.
Na 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 na. Hadegede yo. Na 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 na. Hadegede yo. Na 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 na. Hadegede yo. I want you to be my love.
Give him that fire. Give him the flame.
I want you to be my love. I want you to be my love. I want you to be my love. I want you to be my love.
Yeah, and that's how to add your scratches to your in Sony Vegas. It's tough because you can see you're just doing a 30 seconds audio can take you up to 30 minutes. Let's say the 10 minutes is for the talking that I was doing, and then the rest 30 minutes is just doing it. So when you hear somebody tells you that they are making a mixtape, a video mixtape, trust me, it's, if they don't have like any activities, they can complete it in 1 week. But if it's someone who's caught up with errands, that's one good month for making a mixtape. There is a certain mixtape, a dancehall mixtape I made. It took me 3 weeks, the longest one that I ever did. So with those basic, as per now I can call them basic and understandable techniques to add scratches in Sony Vegas, I'm looking forward to see like each individual's work who will come across this tutorial. I believe it will help someone here and there. So I've been sub. For any questions, I believe I have the answers. If I don't have the answers, I will research on it and get back to every question I will be asked. So for any assistance, you can just check my number on the descriptions and we work something out. So stay positive, share the knowledge. Peace.